companies. The year went on. Somewhere around March, we did the demos. At that time, the new EOC was opening up. There was some discrepancies about where 911 was going to fall. So we kind of decided to put this records management thing into the SPLOST. And we wrote that request into SPLOST. Fast forward somewhere around September, Will with IT came to my office and said he knew of a critical need for the sheriff's office and he wanted to discuss the records management system. So he and I talked about it, went back looking. We realized that the servers for our current records management system may not fit in the new EOC due to the size of the server room. The servers are also fairly old. They were purchased in 2018, 2019. They've ran for 365, 24 hours a day. So we don't know that once they turn off that they'll turn back on. With that, that company is not responsive. We have work tickets still open with them from 2024 that they have not filled. So therefore, let's just say they're less than responsive. So we looked at other vendors. Fast forward a little bit, we got a committee together, us, fire, county manager, county CFO. We all talked about it, county IT, and Will and I started doing additional demos with the companies. When we did those additional demos, we identified the company you had before you, SmartCop, as the potential vendor for this new system. And that cost estimate, it should be in front of you. If not, I have it in front of me. That kind of brings us up to date.
Questions for the major?
Do you want me to discuss cost stuff with you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead.
All right. So if you look at the packet that I gave you, you'll notice that I have our current annual maintenance fees for our current records management, CAD, and our current jail management system. Comes in roughly about $113,000, maybe a little over. Just below that, you'll see that I have the Caliber cost. That's the annual maintenance cost for SmartCop. That's the annual maintenance cost for SmartCop. It's listed at $77,000. I will tell you there's a $22,000 hosting fee that's not listed on that paper in front of you. And the reason it's not listed is because I can't get a current cost to host with our current system. So I can't give you a comparison of what we would pay should it go completely cloud-based. If I get that information, I'll be more than happy to share it with you. However, I can see that if we do switch to the new records management system, we stand to save at least $15,000 annually in maintenance costs, and we will not have to have any server space in our new EOC for additional servers.
Is that hosting fee, the $20,000, is it per year?
Yes, I believe it is per year.
Okay.
What is the time frame to be able to put together a new system?
So with when I talked to SmartCop, which I have the representative here with me if I mess up any answers, he said that from the date we sign, roughly 4 months to get dispatch up and running, 12 months to get the system up and running. There may be a little extra data conversion time, but we'd be looking at about 12 months. And it should not interfere with any radio projects or anything like that that's going on with the communication center.
But it would be very important to kind of, especially for 911, that they're up and running at the same time they move.
Yes. And that'll still be able to happen. What this will essentially do, this records management system, it'll put us, communications will start each incident. That documentation will run through the life of the incident. So it also integrates with Fire's ESO and their reporting systems. So basically it's an all-inclusive record system for public safety.
So we want to go ahead and get it started now, but we got it in SPLOST 8.
It was requested in SPLOST, yes, but we'd like to go ahead and get that started now so it'd be in place when they move into the new
Is there
center.
financing available? I mean, how do we bridge that gap?
Very good question, and appreciate Major Good giving that explanation to us tonight. And I 100% support this project and the software they've chosen, and it is critical. It is pressing that we, as we are transitioning into the new E911 center, that we have dependable and reliable software that is supported, whatnot have you. to answer your question, yes, the initial cost is $494,000, 497. That's going to be made in payments throughout this year. There's a payment schedule in 2026. We have, again, finance has been part of this committee that we've been working through. The plan is essentially to pay this out of general fund with the intentions if SPLOST 8 it does successfully pass, we will pay back those funds from SPLOST 8. So, yeah, there's some risk involved, but we know the Sheriff's Department supports SPLOST 8, and, to be able to fund, their critical needs. So, we know we're hopeful it's going to pass, but that's the plan is to, essentially we're borrowing some money from ourselves and going to pay back with SPLOST 8 funds. So it's very important that SPLOST 8 is available. Those funds are available to meet the needs of our community. So this is, we went at a high level, but this is critical software. And I'm sure Ms. Bean could talk about, some of the functions of it, but this is not a want. This is an absolute need, and the timing is critical that we get this software in place this year.
So you said there was some crossover with fire on the. How does that work?
So basically, the reporting systems that fire uses, it'll integrate with SmartCop.
Okay.
So that way, they don't have to have a separate reporting system. It won't change what they have to do.
So will this save us any money at all with the fire, or is it just work in conjunction?
They're currently using portions of Caliber as well. The software that we have today, which is Caliber, the proposal that they provided to upgrade, replace everything was significantly higher than the product that SmartCop offered. So yes, long term, and the annual maintenance fees from SmartCop are less than what was from Caliber. So yes, to answer your question, long term, there's significant savings. I think we were looking at. I'm pulling numbers out of my air here, but I think with Caliber we were looking at like $2.6 million over the life of the SPLOST 8, whereas this is significantly less, around $1 million, which is what you see reflected in SPLOST 8 today. The category that's the 911 that serves everybody, that number reflects this purchase, not Caliber, which was significantly more.
So I guess if fire wanted to transition to this as well, so we're all in the same system, that would be an additional cost.
No, this, as we transition, this will serve fire and,
Okay.
But, obviously, the software is probably more usage from law enforcement than fire. They have another system that does their medical records and medical billing, whatnot have you. But so I don't know what percent. It's hard to put a percentage on it. 80, 20. I don't know, but
Well, this system integrates with ESO, and there's another one. I'm not going to be able to say what it is. There's another one, and it integrates with that one as well. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know the difference. Yeah, it's there somewhere, and it does integrate. The people who would be using it the most would be our dispatch center because it's going to be their CAD. It's also a more user friendly CAD for them. They did get the opportunity to look at it. It has more features, more functionality. It's more usable for the officers as well. So it also comes with online reporting, which is a perk for citizens because they can get online and file their report. So,
And this is kind of the final piece of our total radio package system. I mean,
Yes.
there's one more piece that will be coming to you probably this spring, the voice recording. And it's not these kind of dollars. It isn't. But there is one more software piece that we're working on upgrading as well. That also needs to be done this year, but it's nowhere near these type dollars.
But I mean, this whole radio system has been a can's been kicked down the road forever, and we were finally able to address it. But now this would take us completely into the next generation. It sounds. I mean, other than this other pieces or anything else that we would be lacking from a radio system that might be coming down the pipe.
this adds our mapping and things like that we that we currently need to upgrade. So short of getting the new recording set up, this would pretty much kind of, I guess, close that out, if you will. Yes.
And at some point we had conversations, and it might be, I don't see IT, but the body,
Wheels
oh,
on.
the wheel, the body cameras that we're getting now, I think are higher resolution and they're taking more data space and we have to keep them longer. Do we still have a component to purchase for that for storage?
Last we heard, it's still through WatchGuard, correct? So they do the hosting off-site. All we do is provide a temporary repository for the data that then moves to the cloud.
Okay, and we've got, so all that's been
Yes,
addressed. Okay, cool. Well, it's encouraging to hear that we're finally wrapping up a huge project and crossing all our T's, so good.
Okay,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I hate to be this person, but I'm just gonna address the elephant in the room. So I'm a little concerned that this is a SPLOST project. Sheriff Johnson, do you mind if I ask you a question?
No, please.
Earlier during the SPLOST meeting, you had acknowledged that you were not happy with the SPLOST and that you were not going to support it. I'm a little concerned that the Sheriff's Department's not going to support SPLOST, but this is a SPLOST project that we're moving ahead with. I'm all for moving ahead with it. I think it's absolutely needed. I agree with Joey, and I trust Ray knows what he's talking about. But I am concerned that it's something we would fund ahead of SPLOST after you saying that you didn't agree with SPLOST. That makes me a little nervous.
No, and I understand that, and obviously I can't stand right here and tell you that I do support it at this point. It's my hope that maybe myself and some board members can get together and talk about bridging that gap. $700,000 is a lot of cars for us. It's cars that we need.
And I mean, that's
And,
fair. And I don't want to discuss that. It's more or less, again, a project that we know is needed. I'm just almost wondering if it needs to be maybe removed from SPLOST and used with other budget, or if that's something that we can all get on board with SPLOST so that we can move forward with this project and get you guys what you need now.
I guess that's the decision that y'all would have to make.
Okay. Well, I think we need to take that into consideration, like moving forward with the decision for this right now. Thank you. Thanks, Ray.
Any other questions for Ray? I do have one in reference to, what is the training time frame for this new software?
That is a good question.
The training will happen about 2 weeks before the agency goes live.
Okay.
It'll be a few weeks before, a couple of weeks of training before they go live. And after they go live, we'll send another team out on site to make sure everything's working properly. Then after that, we'll serve up our services team, and our success manager will be working with the agency moving forward and constantly working with them, make sure they're happy and they're utilizing the system as needed.
You may have answered this earlier. I was writing some stuff down, so sorry if I missed it. If something goes wrong with that, like hosting fee and some of the other fees, if something goes wrong, is that something that y'all come out and fix? Not. Is it included in the price though?
Yeah.
Okay.
22,000 is included.
Covers all that. Okay.
And we handle everything on our.
Okay, perfect.
Basically, it's IT won't have to do anything on site. They'll take care of it on their end.
We'll be responsible for any security.
His thing's not working.
Is there any additional costs that are unforeseen that may come up?
There's one small cost that will come from the GBI that will require a switch be purchased. I think it's like $1,000.
Is it a one-time fee?
It is a one-time fee. It's something that they're requiring all HC switching vendors to do.
Okay.
And it's through Bell South.
And that's something that y'all come in and install, or does Bell South?
Bell South, we'll work with the GBI, with your agency, and to get that coordinated.
Generally, the only other additional costs that come down the road is if you add user licenses. So if you add new users, it'd be a license fee, and that's typically several $100s. Yes.
How many users does this one come with?
I believe we quoted out 60
mobile users.
Yes.
So the RMS in-house will cover all the deputies.
Okay.
And then the mobiles are the MDTs and the patrol cars and things like that.
And the handhelds.
And the handheld stuff.
And also, this will come with the new mobile driver's license capabilities that is next year in July 27, all law enforcement agencies are required to accept an MDL, and Smart Cop is now the first and only vendor that can do that.
How does all this integrate with all the talk about next gen 911?
Yeah, ARCAD will support the next gen 911 phone systems that you guys are utilizing.
You learned that?
I'm sure I knew it at some point in time, but I probably just forgot it.
Any other questions? Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Next up, we have presentation of IFB 481-25 full depth reclamation for Elliott Road and resurfacing of Sunset Drive, Ruby Lane. Public Works Director Robert. Robert.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. This is a long time coming. So I'm pleased to stand in front of you that tell you that we have opened bids for the FDR work on Elliott Road and resurfacing Sunset and Ruby. Scope of the project just generally is, like I said, an FDR. It's a turnkey project. Elliott Road, 4,640 feet. And it also includes a separate task for patching and resurfacing of Sunset and Ruby. And we all know the location. 3 bids were submitted and reviewed by Public Works staff and our program manager, BM&K. And BM&K has formally advised that they recommend approving to the low bidder.
Robert, will you hold on just a second?
Yes, ma'am.
We're not online here.
We're trying to keep up, but we can't see it.
Oh,
We can't see those, so, I mean, it's not your fault. Mine's not even coming on in general.
Mine did, but it went right back up. Will, can you help us?
Yeah, is it okay?
Yeah, come on.
Will, you're not here to just look pretty out there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let's back up here.
Something unplugged right there. I don't know if it's supposed to.
I guess they had moved some for the meeting.
Yeah, they did.
You can turn that one a little bit.
Oh,
That's
great.
not- I don't think that's gonna.
Is yours working, Chuck?
Was that supposed to be unplugged? If anyone has, your tablets, the presentation's in the packet.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you're good.
Kind of, Robert, you're just asking us to trust you without us verifying your data.
I've got one. I mean, if anybody really needs it.
It's in the packet.
Okay.
It's in the packet.
Oh, okay.
Nothing yet.
Mine was on.
That's the favorite.
It's in the packet, so go ahead, Robert. He can look at
So staff respectfully request the board accept the bids and receive the award. Sorry, I apologize. Accept the bids received and award the contract to Allied Paving Contractors in the amount of $1,127,549 and a 5% county-controlled contingency in the amount of $56,377. It's a matter of point. Elliott Road will be funded from T-Splost. And the resurfacing of Sunset and Ruby Lane, we're going to fund from SPLOST 7 because those roads were not specifically listed in the T-Splost project list. So we're funding those from SPLOST 7. So any questions, I'd be glad to answer.
Do we
Robert.
do we have any history with Allied Paving? That name just doesn't ring a bell.
We don't have any recent history that anybody can remember. They've done some projects. They worked the city of Dawsonville's Maple Street project, FDR, and they've done some private development.
Yeah, I thought they were, but I hadn't seen.
other questions for Robert. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next up, we have presentation of Association County Commissioners of Georgia Civics Affairs Foundation internship grant for senior services. Senior Services Director Dawn Johnson.
Good afternoon, Chairman, Commissioners. We were awarded one of the ACCG internship grants for senior services this year. We applied for it last year, didn't get it, but luckily we got it this year. So I'm thankful that they move it around to the other departments throughout the year. We watched a video this week, an online video with how to go ahead and get started on it. So they want us to go ahead and start advertising for the position in February and try to hire the intern in March. So the intern already knows that they've got a summer intern program. So they're going to give us a total of, and I'm sorry, I forgot, got my glasses, $3,259 and some cents, and they will be paid $15 an hour, and Dawson County will be reimbursed up to 200 hours. So the person that we are going to hire will be someone that's going to help us update all of our files, because we still do a lot by hand, and then we do enter those into 2 database systems. We hope to get somebody from locally, hopefully from either the University of North Georgia or Lanier Tech, to help. And they will also spend some one-on-one time with their seniors, getting to know them. But we're going to update things like make sure their phone numbers are up to date, medication listings, which, as we all know, as we get older, those change from year to year. Just sort of different things like that we can update and put in our system. And we know, because it seems like once a week we're having an emergency that we're having to either call 911 out to a residence, as we did yesterday, or we're having them have to come to the senior center. So we can pay them more if we wanted to, but the last time we did this was, we probably had one 10 years ago. We went by the books and paid them that, and we were able to get several applicants and pick a good one.
Okay. Questions for Dawn? Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, we hope to start advertising, get with HR and start advertising after this is approved in February, right after that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Next up, we have a presentation of Social County Commissioners of Georgia Civics Affairs Foundation Internship Grant for Public Relations Specialist. Aaron, you're up.
Good evening, Chairman, Commissioners. I have the exact same proposal of a grant from ACCG, similar to Don Johnson. This is the exact same dollar amount, $3,259.50, including FICA contributions and workers' comp, should they need it. It'll be $15 an hour for an internship to reach maximum of 200 hours during the summer. This is a PR internship. The primary goal is to create an entire video series covering all of our departments, major boards, because we have 550 plus employees, quite a few departments. I'm only one person. I don't have the capacity to get this much video footage on my own. So this internship should help me complete that and create all these videos introducing all of our departments, their services, why do they exist, to the public.
Questions for Aaron?
Not a question, but just a public comment. I think you're doing a outstanding job in trying to bring us to a different level with the way that we communicate with citizens. And another example, doing this and encouraging this and getting it to happen just helps further our ability to inform the community of what's going on in their government. So thank you for what you're doing and the level that you're doing it at.
Thank you. We'll see how it turns out after the internship.
I set the bar
is
really
over.
high right there. So
I'm going to piggyback on that. I'm really excited to see this. So thank you for applying.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next up, we have presentation of property transfer between Dawson County and Etowah Water and Sewer Authority involving land lots 921, 922, 2.005 acres on Martin Road and 1.540 acres on Bannister Road. Joey, you're going to do that.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This item is essentially a plat and deed cleanup. I think the board's aware we're commenced on a project to build a new gymnasium on the existing Rock Creek Park site. Through that process, this past year, we were reviewing some data and realized that there were some inaccuracies on the existing plat, which existed for many years at Rock Creek. Actually, trying to explain it, we don't know why. It's just, you look at things and you say, why is it like this? But there's actually a parcel within the park near the Rotary Island area that is on the deeds. It's deeded to Etowah Water and Sewer, and they don't contend that's their property. And likewise, there's a piece on Martin Road, kind of across from the tennis courts, that we've always assumed was Etowah Water and Sewer's property, but it's actually says Dawson County on the deed. Very similar sized properties. We've had legal counsel from both sides review this and prepare new deeds. And it's simply a new survey and a new deed was written up, and we just simply got to record that. And this the action we're asking the board for is just to accept this agreement that we're exchanging properties. You know, one's a 2-acre parcel, one's a 1.5-acre parcel. It's essentially just a deed cleanup. No funds are involved. And that's the ask.
Questions for Joy? Okay, thank you. County manager report, Joy.
Couple of items to report on. First, your flash report for the month of December, as well as a list of agreements and contracts are in your board package tonight. Secondly, I'm excited to report that Utavius King is our first county-sponsored firefighter EMT who has graduated from paramedic school and is now working for Dawson County, continues to work for Dawson County, but now as a paramedic. I'm very proud of Mr. King. This board was gracious enough back in late 2024 to implement some programs to encourage our existing staff to continue their education and to become paramedics. Mr. King was one of the first ones to sign up for the program, and now he's completed that. And then since he's worked with us less than 2 years, and he's gone from an entry-level firefighter all the way to a paramedic. Has really applied itself. There's several other employees that are also in the process. We're essentially growing our own. We're growing our own, and we're very pleased and want to recognize Mr. King for his accomplishment, and very proud of him. And lastly, just a reminder that offices will be closed. County offices will be closed this coming Monday. I'm sorry. It is this Monday. Monday, Martin Luther King Day.
Questions for the county manager? County attorney report, Ms. Davis.
No, sir, I do not have a public report, and I do not have an active need for executive session, but to the extent you may wish for any updates, and Joey may have, do you have anything? I know that
I don't have any specific updates.
we have some intervening time, but if you need that time otherwise, I don't have anything seeking direction. So I'll leave it to you if you wish to have an executive session.
Since we do have time in between, I'd like to discuss some potential litigation.
Okay. So
Second.
Motion to go into executive session, and second. Motion was by Commissioner Gaines, seconded by Commissioner Stowers. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote by raising your right hand, left hand, whatever hand. That passes 4-0. All right, thank you for your attendance. We'll be back at 6 o'clock for our voting session. Thank you.